this is just about to go a lot of directions. One of which I guess we should go ahead and address. Do you want to say the words?
Yeah. Firefest. It wasn't Firefest. So here's the thing.
This is what happened.
We will give you the absolute lowdown. And you guys know me. I love Revolve. I work with Revolve. I hope that Revolve works with me. We want to shake our asses on a yacht in Italy.
That's what we're trying to do.
So hear me right now. I fucking love Revolve. And that's the truth. I buy everything. You know, they
Shan's
obviously,
whole wardrobe is Revolve.
They give, clearly this is how it works. They give influencers clothing credits, and then we use the credits, and then we like link them. All that, obviously people understand that's how influencing works. But here's the thing. I actually spend my own dollars on Revolve a lot. It's just convenient. I like the clothes. I like the company. I have nothing but good things to say about it. So you guys know that I feel that way, but I've also been very real with you guys. Like about the wellness retreat, I'm like, that is not my fucking jam, but I'm going to go shake hands and kiss babies. Mm-hmm. So you're going to get a real unfiltered raw reaction right now. And here's really what we feel about it. Okay. So all the stuff that we saw the next day, and I kept waiting. You know, it was like those tweets that came out where that guy's like, "There people are pushing each other." Like it's like all I ever saw was those tweets. Like there was a video that was like circulating around on Barstool that was like the one guy that's like, "If you are an influencer, show me your bands." I was so scared that we were gonna keep being in the background of videos, and I was gonna be in this like long gown.
I was like mortified with that video, and I am an influencer. I'm like, oh no.
I know, we were like not the fucking guy being like, if you're an influencer, like
if you're an influencer, get to the front. Everyone else get to the back.
We were like, this is embarrassing.
And that was the staff saying that, and that was someone that was just hired to run the bus system. That had nothing to do with Revolve.
And they're probably getting all these calls from the people that work at Revolve that are like, hey, the girls that we outfitted and paid to be here, they've got to get to the festival. I was literally supposed to have an interview. Sorry, I'm going to cut you off. I was literally supposed to have an interview with Remy. I'm just like heated and pissed about it. And I couldn't make it. Like, so the bus system was just very confusing. And I don't know who to fault for that. Revolve, the staff, whoever. Like the bus system was just chaotic because there were a lot of people. And here's what I think happened. There are several shuttles, right? Shuttles that get you in very early. There was a shuttle running at 1, 2, 3, 4.
You need to tell them to.
Everyone took the later shuttles.
Yeah.
So that is, I want to give Revolve a little bit of credit here because it's not their fault that they set up all these shuttles, and everyone, what I think might have been a better idea is to assign people shuttles and say, you're on shuttle 1 p.m., you're on shuttle 2 p.m. If you miss it, you miss it. Like you don't get the choice to choose because everyone obviously, like we did, we were like, we don't want to be there for 8 hours. We want to get there like a normal time, like 3 or 4.
You're in the desert.
You're in the desert. It's hot. Like I'm a ginger. I didn't want to be there all day. So I was like, we'll take the later shuttle, which of course everyone else said we'll take the later shuttle. So what happened? Our friends that decided to take the earliest shuttle, they got right into the festival.
But we need to explain that the shuttle, so they shut down the entire street so that absolutely no one could get into Revolve Festival.
You cannot. And I found this out. It is based on the like rules of the city because Revolve was having such a large festival with free booze, free alcohol, all that kind of stuff, and it was a ticketed event that you could only get in if you had a wristband kind of thing. Because of that, the city does not allow Ubers to drop people off. They had to provide transportation.
Right.
So they basically give you a shuttle address where it's this like giant desert. All the videos you guys saw that would look like a desolate like land of just like sand. That is where you met for the shuttle, and there was shade. I don't know. People are saying there was no shade. There was shade. It was covered. But there was no water. There was no like water stations, which I don't know. I mean, I guess people definitely get hot and needed water, so maybe that was an oversight for sure. But the place was very desolate. But that was where you get on the very nice shuttles, the very very nice like luxury shuttles, and then they take you to the other location, probably 10, 15 minutes away, where the Revolve Festival is being held.
Right.
So everyone, like we said, it was just chaotic because everyone decided I don't want to be there all day.
Everyone kind of showed up at one time, and the second part, that the issue I think that got it circulated, was that everyone there was an influencer, so everyone had a platform. Some people might have had a bad experience, some people had an okay experience. Like it was just
it was tough because you did almost have to tell people who you were and what you were doing. So
it kind of made everyone like sound like a douche.
It was cringy. I had to do it too. It was so cringy. I had to be like, I have an actual interview with Remy, who's being here with Revolve for E-News. I have to get on this next shuttle. Guess what the staff said? No problem. We just got radioed from staff. You're approved. Skip the line. I'm like, say it again. He's like, hop the fence and skip the line. So we were being told to hop the fence. So then the videos come out. Thank God I'm not in the background of one of them. But here's the truth of the matter. Here's where I'll be very honest with you. Like the loser influencers that were jumping the line and screaming that they were more important, I was, in a very much nicer way, I was one of them because I did have to get to the event. Right. And I was technically supposed to be there. So I'm not saying I'm more important than anyone there. I'm just saying I fucked up, and I knew I fucked up, and I called and was like, I don't know how to get into this festival to make the time of the interview. She was like, we're going to radio down and get you to skip the line. We did. But guess what I had to do? I had to skip the line. Me, Southern, and very stressed out about ever ruffling feathers. People pleaser to the max. No worries if not. It's going to be on my tombstone. No worries if not.
No worries if not.
No worries if not. Me worrying.
That part was just like,
it was so cringe.
It was cringe.
We were a part of the cringe. It was very cringy, and I feel very bad for people who were like, I'm not going to be.
There were some people who flew, from wherever, weren't housed with Revolve, but still were influencers, and then didn't get in.
And that sucks.
Like that sucks. That's where we were like,
I saw one TikTok where this girl was like, I'm not staying with Revolve. I just got invited to the festival, which that was a big feat too. If you're an influencer, that's great. And so she was like, I paid for my own flights. I paid for my own hotels and Airbnbs. I got all the way to the festival and I literally couldn't get in because I stood in line for 5 hours. That is fucked. That's, yeah. And I don't know the shuttle system, the staff. I know bus drivers at one point were just giving up because people were being brutal. Anna Grace and I politely stood there until we were ushered onto a bus. Here's what we would never fucking do: push, grab, do anything weird. That's just not in our nature. I
wanted to put on my invisibility cloak and just...
I wanted to melt into the sand and give water to someone that needed it because I just literally
we were telepathically looking at each other like, oh my god.
I was like, I'm gonna be on a fucking video. I'm gonna be on a video. I just know I'm gonna be on a video. And it's gonna be my gold dress jumping over the fence, and everyone's gonna be like, I mean, there were people literally I wouldn't look behind myself when I hopped the fence because again, the staff was like, we just got radio word, you got to make this interview. Which, by the way, still never made the interview. Yeah, but she was like, they said you got to make the interview, jump the fence. I was like, don't look behind you, don't look behind you. When I tell you, when I jumped the fence, all it was fuck you, fuck her. I was like, I'm so embarrassed. I gotta do it though. It's work. I was being paid. I gotta do it.
I mean, that's what you.
I had
you
deliverables. I had to do it. Okay. Anyways, all right. So that's a real unfiltered raw. We were the shitty ones. We were not the shitty ones. It was all.
We understand that it was definitely chaotic. We definitely had a different experience, and I do feel bad for people that flew all the way out there and got the short end of the stick.
I absolutely do. But I want to say this really quick. Okay. Where are people that are talking about, everyone's talking about Revolve Fest being Fire Fest? That's not the fucking case because let me tell you this. When you got in that bitch.
818 flowing down
your boof
mouth hole
for free. I tried to fucking pay. I ordered 4 shots, 4 drinks for my 4 friends. And I hand a card. She looks at me like I'm crazy. She's like, it's open bar all day. Do you know how many people there? I would say 2,000, 2,500 people. Free, very nice tequila. However you wanted it, margarita, shots, whatever you want. And then there was like organic food trucks out the wazoo. There were luxury porta potties that were like had mirrors and AC and like toilets. Yeah. And then there was like Post Malone so close you could fucking smell him.
Yeah.
And like Jack Harlow.
Ty Dolla was on. I was like
Ty Dolla $ign was on. Like the Revolve Festival was incredible. So it just kind of, I will say, just to be sticking up for them, it kind of bummed me out when people were like, it's like Fire Fest. I go, okay, the shuttle system was logistically frustrating, and totally could not agree more. The Revolve Festival was sick as fuck.
Yeah. I mean, we saw the Kardashians.
Yeah. Okay. Like it was sick as fuck. It was just overall, it was cool. There was like so many stations to take photos. It was just like there was rides, like everything was free at Coachella. You got to pay. I mean, I bought a $40 tequila soda at Coachella. Oh. Like everything at Revolve was free.
Everything at Revolve was free.
So anyways, that's all we had to say about that. But a lot of you have asked me. Like
we got a lot of, and I couldn't even like start. We got a lot of DMs, and we were like, we couldn't even like begin to open that can of worms because also like we know the people that personally put it together, and like we know they did the absolute best they could, like, but then we know the influencers that couldn't get in, and we're like, that fucking sucks. So we were just like,
we agree. And
when in doubt, we were just like,
nah. No, but we want to be honest with you because that's who we are, and that's the platform we have. So
what
like
happened.
that's from start to finish what happened.